'Tis the season for the return of Ezekiel Elliot. No more free Zeke. That man is back from Cowboy, from Mexico, from his suspended vacation. And we seen the pictures. He looks good. They say he feels good about himself, and he's doing a lot better, sans Eric Dickerson. So now that he has returned to the Dallas Cowboys and they are making that playoff push, we'll see who wins this Sunday. They take on the Seattle Seahawks. What we got?
First of all, I would like to say Happy Kwanzaa, Feliz Navidad, and Merry Christmas. Let's jump right into the stats, man. Honestly, the Seahawks are done.
Very much so.
The Jacksonville Jaguars took them in the alley and beat them up the other week, and they're not used to that. They usually come out the bigger man in the alley. Last week, little brother ran right over you last week, didn't he? You never seen it before, huh? Nothing like it. A new monster, huh? And now we get Ezekiel Elliot back, an emotional boost from the Dallas Cowboys side. You know what's about to happen. We're going to snatch your soul. Okay? And that's just my opinion. I mean, now look, we understand that you are ranked 5th overall defensively. It's a facade. It's all poppycock. Richard Sherman's down. Bam Bam Champ Chancellor's down. Earl Thomas doesn't want to play anymore.
Bobby Wagner and Earl Thomas is getting into it. Like, keep your man.
Bobby Wagner won't be playing. Quad, hamstring. Now, you do have Richardson. You still have Bennett on that defensive line, which makes it formidable. But two defensive linemen, they're not going to make up for the rest of the defense. Understand you guys will need 8 people in the box against Ezekiel, which will open up things for my guy Cole Beasley, T. Will, Dez Bryant, old school guy, Jay Witt.
Would the line be affected with the absence of Tyron Smith? We saw he got the sprained knee. He may not be playing.
We got to see, because one, Tyron Smith said he's probably not going to practice all week, so he's just probably going to give himself as much time to rest so he can basically dedicate all his strength to the game on Sunday. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, this is where I'm getting at mentally. Where I honestly believe, so one, we have to go off, okay, if Tyron Smith plays, we have everybody that we need healthy. David Irving, because he's missed the last 2 games. We need him to come back as well for our defense. If he comes back and plays, and everybody comes back and plays, we may see the most complete
Cowboys team.
Complete
since Kansas
victory.
City.
No, victory. I'm going straight for the victory because I feel like Zeke Elliott is going to make true on his bet. I'm giving 205. And if you let's go ahead and mark that as a for sure 200 yards rushing. That means that Dak is being able to somewhat utilize the pass. Who's getting open? Cole, possibly Dez, possibly Witten. Even though he's not going to get any yak. But the person I know he's probably going to hit coming out that backfield, Ezekiel Elliott. Now, I don't know if he's going to have 200 yards rushing or 200 all-purpose yards. Mm-hmm. But I feel like he's going to definitely go crazy at Jerry's World.
Now, I want to just peel back and just open the eyelids of all Dallas Cowboy fans. Peel them back. Now, understand you still have Russell Wilson at quarterback. Yeah. I mean, the guy has 30-plus touchdown passes this year, up northward of almost 4,000 passing yards.
He's also leading his team in rushing, 521.
Understand that. So he's the leading passer and rusher. You have Doug Baldwin, plus 60 receptions. I mean, up of north of maybe 800 yards receiving. If these guys get out of the pocket, which Russell is very, very, very capable of doing, he can sling the pill. Mm-hmm. Don't forget they have Jimmy Graham. Yeah. You still have other wide receivers, Lockett.
And they do. They present matchup problem. They can. The Seahawks are a savvy team offensively, and I still feel defensively. And let's not forget. Let's pay some homage to Pete Carroll and his coaching and his coaching prowess. You know, he can still coach these guys up. He still coached them to be the 5th best defense in the league. One thing I do try to give the Seahawks credit for is they play better late in the season. Russell Wilson, despite the 2-game loss, they are on it. But we've seen in years past, they've been able to string together. Bruce, me and you kind of agreed on that on TNT the other day. Dallas, on the other hand, with Zeke coming back, I think the boost is just greater than the means. And when you're looking at the Seattle team that's hurt, they got tension in the locker room between Bobby Wagner and Earl Thomas. Things that you aren't used to seeing with Seattle. And me and you also agreed on one thing: the window is closing for those guys.
Yes. Yeah, I feel like after this season, they're gonna start breaking apart. It's gonna be one. It's maybe one person leaving, or maybe two. But after this season, the Legion of Boom will not be.
And I give them a lot of credit for what past 5 years, possibly. Yeah, you got 2 Super Bowl appearances and consistent playoff appearances as well. That's great. You made the best use of a football window any team could possibly use outside of the New England Patriots, who find themselves in the same place almost every season. But Dallas they're hungry for something. They're trying to reach that playoff spot to grab that 6th seed. I mean, Zeke coming back, he's looking good. You know, from what Eric Dickerson is telling everyone, from what we're hearing in the stories. Yeah, the pictures.
Being a Cowboy fan, we gotta. Sometimes I always have to tell myself, okay, chill out, humble yourself. Because we can have all this anxiousness and excitement, and then we might not know what we'll get.
And that's what I'm saying. That's why you have to respect the Seahawks late in the season, because just because of what we saw for the last 2 games, Russell Wilson can easily flip that, and then Sunday he's throwing for 3 touchdowns.
If Cowboys hold on to this game plan, if David Irving is back, D-Law is in the game causing havoc, go ahead, maintain the outside, have Jalen Smith or a linebacker as a spy on Russell Wilson. And honestly, just man up with the receivers, because majority of the time they're not getting their catches on certain routes. They're getting their catches on broken plays. So as long as you can keep your eyes on the receivers, Jalen Smith, Hitchens, whatever linebacker you want to have as a spy, D-Law, Irving, maintain the outside, they can definitely make things
just
work.
Understand that the Seahawks season is over.
Very so.
You don't let the Los Angeles Rams with a first year coach. Basically a first year quarterback. You don't let Ty Gurley get 4 touchdowns. Ty Gurley's a grown man. He's been a grown man since Georgia. I've been knowing that. We should have drafted him before Zeke, but that's neither here nor there. It's a long, long story. What I'm trying to tell you is that the Seattle Seahawks, they are done.
Yep.
It's over. The Rams ripped their heart out. We'll just come take their souls on Sunday. They have us with 5 point win against them on the parlay. It's done, man. The line has been trash all year. Your best lineman that you traded for, Dwayne Brown, is not playing. Jimmy Graham is a non-factor in this offense. Like I said, your ball win and the broken plays, they are a factor. We've always noticed them. We've always seen them. Understand that our defense is predicated off not letting the deep guy beat us.
Yeah.
No one will get deeper than us. Understand that the defense will hold up for a few quarters because they have pride and they are veterans and they are Super Bowl champions. Zeke will grind them down. He will have 30-plus totes. I'll give him 180. Unless he gets 200. I say 200 if he can get a big run in the first half and a big run in the second, like a 80-yarder or a 60-yarder, 200. But if not,
he's looking kind of slim, so I think that long run gonna help. I'm calling off a screen before I
30-plus touches, whether it be screens out of the backfield or just handoff.
He's going definitely
200 plus, man. Put him on your fantasy. If fantasy league still booming. Try it.
Championship.
Well, yeah, it's too late for me. I lost in the first round.
Yeah.
So
y'all should have had me as a GM.
I'm finna win this loser bracket.
Zeke was sitting on my bench, so I was a little hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, because this guy was getting 30 points in fantasy.
Did you keep him?
I mean, yeah, but I couldn't. It's too late now.
Yeah, I understand.
I already lost.
But understand that the Hawks in Seattle. I understand the Evergreen State, and you got a lot of good greenery up there.
They're done.
It's done.
Give me a final score.
Let's say Zeke back. Let's say 31-17 boys.
I was going 31-14.
I kind of agree around the same as y'all. I'll go 28-20 because I'll go with the Sean Lee effect. As long as he's in the game, defense, we keep the opposing offenses under 18 points. They probably get 17, then get a field goal early in the fourth, and the Cowboys run away with the rest.
I'm going with the Zeke effect. We're gonna give them the ball so much they're not gonna be on the field
at all. So I'm calling those 14 like in garbage time.
Maybe an early score to be like, oh damn, 7-0. But honestly, we'll 31-17, maybe 20. Honestly, they won't be on the field long enough unless you have big plays. It won't happen, man.
Cowboys able to go back to that brown paper bag football, time of possession rules all, and we hope that everyone has a very Merry Christmas. Enjoy the rest of the holidays. We hope that you enjoyed this episode of Spot on Sports with your host Tony Monk, and B Walker, the Walker Review, and Bruce T, TNT's Baller Nation. Guys, have a good holiday.
Kwanzaa.
Happy everything.
Feliz
Shout out to all
Navidad.
those graduates out there too, man, for real. Spot on Sports, not just accurate, Spot on. We'll see you guys next time.